Greetings to you all, and welcome to Let's Play The Last Action Hero with me, Artegra Omega. A slight little edit I want to make there. There is no the, it's just called Last Action Hero, but here we are. Now I wanted a dramatic reveal as to which game I was playing, and then I realised the title of the video would give it away. So instead, I have a dramatic reveal of the box art. There you go. Now this is a game that was purchased for me when I was but a wee child by my mother. She saw this box, she saw a lot of action. You can't see my mouse cursor, it's a shame. But she saw a lot of action, she saw dramatic rescue, she saw skimpily clad women, axes, and she thought, yes, this is the kind of game that my son would like. So she purchased it for me, and I owned it. Then I played it, and my opinion... Why has my cursor appeared now? And my opinion somewhat changed on the game. But now, you all get to share in that. So this is a game that's based on a film I never saw, but a film that featured a famous politician. At the time of recording, I don't believe he is a politician anymore, but he did have that moment of greatness. Here is our young hero, Jack Slater. No, that's the movie. His name is Danny. This is a complex plot, okay? It's tough. Maybe I should read before I try and debrief everyone. I'm none the wiser, but here I am. I am the last action hero. I am a regular guy. I wear a coat. I wear some trousers and a shoe. I mean, technically a pair of shoes. I'm not sure why I said one shoe. This is your classic side-scrolling beat-em-up, but unlike other beat-em-ups you may have played, this game does not waste any time with a third dimension. There's no going up, there's no going down, there's no tactics, there's no counterplay here. We move left, we move right. Up serves only to jump. No, it doesn't even do that. Up serves no purpose whatsoever. Down serves to duck. After ducking, you are pretty much useless, because you cannot attack or duck. And this really is the bulk of the game that you've already seen. But just because a game does not have all the trimmings and what we expect from a modern day game doesn't mean we can't enjoy it. So let us try to grasp the storyline behind this film we have never seen. But taking a quick brief look at the background, I can see that the police have driven in a rather reckless manner, crashed into Maxon's warehouse. He has another police car inside it, so the Maxon people clearly have stolen a police car, and the rest of the police have come here to recover it. And in all the chaos, a knife fight has broken out between myself, who does not have a knife, and I was going to call him Ripper, but his health bar doesn't move. So, unnamed thug number 4. Speaking of unnamed thug, here come my clones. So at the top of the screen I'm seeing Jack, that's me. I'm seeing energy, which I can only assume is my health, but it's not going down, which means I feel lied to. I was going to say I feel strong, but suddenly that was taken cruelly away from me. Please, I just want to walk down the road and find someone called Ripper. And you would have thought these people with the knives are called Ripper. Apparently not. We will experiment with our attack options momentarily, once we establish exactly what's happening here. We've got to treat it like a film. We have to do the establishing shot before we delve into the detail. Mind games. He didn't know where to swing. This guy's a little too smart. Okay, enough establishing. So when I'm airborne, I don't have any ability to change my momentum, which is scientifically accurate. So I appreciate that. But it did get me stuck in a loop where I either got hit or jumped. What I mean is I can't turn in the air. I can slow, it seems. So if I start jumping to the right, I can slow down, or I can keep going and complete the jump. But if I start jumping stationary, that's it. We're dedicated. You'll notice that after my death, I got put all the way back to the start of this level. And with my invisible health bar, it's going to be tough. Just close the distance. What can he do? He has no aerial attacks. He hasn't learnt how to jump. What about this guy? Oh, we found a winning trick. I plan to exploit this to the fullest. But as we're seeing in this game world, we have a score. I mean, we can pretend to be excited about the score, I suppose. It's a good score. In the top right, we have the time. I'm going to assume time's never going to be an issue. Let's double team in action. Finally got the better of them. That was a cheap shot. Oh, it doesn't count, okay. Yeah, time doesn't seem to be an option. An issue, I mean. Lives, on the other hand, they really will be an issue. So far, I've only played this game with 2 buttons. Let me experiment. So we have punch. Please, I'm experimenting. We can't duck and punch. Running and punching doesn't do anything. It just stops you dead and makes you punch normally. Double tap does nothing. Up and punch does nothing. Okay, okay. I remember this game not being too diverse in its combat options. Jump and punch does nothing. Jump and jump does nothing. Excuse me, we can't do science with all of these baseball bat wielding maniacs on the field. Take a moment to appreciate this. What is that? Like a Willy Wonka ticket? The A button does nothing. Ooh! Oh, hold the phone! This is a game changer. It turns out my foot can outrange a knife. We've got to try everything again, like crouch and kick. No dice. Baseball bat's still overpowering every combat option I have. Doesn't matter if we die, we're still in the experimental phase. L does nothing, R does nothing. Anyone want to take any bets on what start button does? We're on the SNES, by the way, if you can't tell by my array of buttons I've listed. Okay, just adds a little bit of mood lighting. Select does nothing. Okay, so it looks like we're limited to this, and this, and this. I wish I had a knife. Never jump stationary, that's just going to trap you instantly. It would seem the guy with the baseball bat is weighed down by his jacket, which makes him walk slower than the guy with the knife. But in exchange for that, he does have longer range, because the knife guy can be outranged with a kick, or by a tiny punch. We've also seen that the punches come out a lot faster than the kicks. The kicks have this big wind-up. Look at that range difference. I feel like I'm playing Street Fighter or something when doing hitbox analysis. Okay, we are armed with all of the information the game could possibly give us. This time, the evil Maxons will not survive. Just running through some of my memories of this game as a child. I know I beat level 1. I have fought the legendary Ripper. Point blank this guy. Get inside the safe zone. The eye of the storm. That's my sky. Don't panic. Oh, damn it, they won't stop. I'm gonna have to mute that. Hang on. Let me just draw the curtains. There we go. Don't let anyone tell you that this isn't a professional slip operation we're doing here. You know, a better YouTuber would edit that out, but then I would be taking away that moment where you got to listen to the music and nothing else. Yes, it does play when you pause. Just double check. One thing I will say about this game, the music, I mean, it's good. It's got the old adrenaline pumping. It doesn't quite match the intensity of the scene. But, you know, it's nice. I'm looking forward to the music on the other levels. Well, the other levels may be mythical, unheard of things. There's no evidence to support any other level existing at this point. His eyes can't follow me. Too fast for him. Just got to separate them. So playing inside the baseball bat dead zone is a good plan. But it seems even my own fist has a dead zone that I have to be aware of. If the enemy is too close to me, instead of punching him, I seem to lightly embrace him. Is this a new record? I don't feel like I've seen this particular arrangement of upturned cars in the background. And that warning barricade is rather fetching. Duck has to be useful for something. We will figure it out. But not now. I don't want to risk ducking and then getting hit and losing all of this progress. This counts as progress, by the way. Should have kept punching, then I had a chance, I had an opening. Oh, there's no limit to the number of openings I can find. Okay, the edge of the screen is yours. Know your limitation. Come on, Ripper. You can't hide forever. Can I go? Is that the staircase? Whoa! Okay, okay. It's your building, I understand. I do like how dramatic it is when a bunch of these guys... Ooh, they're getting fancy. See the way they split up there and flanked me? The old triple punch is too good for them though. I can only assume that the golden ticket is health. Since there's no way I should still be alive at this point. Based on what we've seen in the past. 3 people is way too many! This is all improv, by the way, there's no tactics here. Damn. A good try. Fortunately, we still have 0 lives left. I'm determined. Let's go. Mistiming my kicks. So do the kicks do more damage? It's probably worth testing. Not on you though. You're nigh on impervious to kicks. So considering this guy is the last action hero, there's a few things we can take from this. Firstly, he's not particularly good. And if all the other action heroes are already gone, then one can only imagine how bad they look. That was 6 punches. This knife guy is getting kicked into oblivion, just you watch. In fact, the only skill I would say this guy has... Oh, kicks do more damage. But they're about twice as slow and very unsafe. The only skill my guy has is the ability to jump higher than... let's get an estimate here. You jump in about 1.7 meters, something like that. And I'm not sure what the world record is for the high jump, but I'm sure he's up there. Considering he's not even taking some kind of flop technique. I tried to kick, it was my fault. We have become one. Interesting. They have blended into a single entity. Fortunately, their bat phased through my shin. You there, I'm invading your personal space. What is your plan now? I feel like we're getting back to the later stages of the level far more consistently now. We must be improving. You don't play a game like this for, well, what is it? This must be at least 2 hours. 16 minutes without getting better at it. You know, when I decided to play this, I had this original goal I set for myself that I wanted to complete the game because I had it as a child and I never did. Not entirely sure I want to fulfill that dream. We'll give it a damn good go, though. I get points for picking up health. This pleases me. Well, my tactics here are to try and get them all stacked on top of each other by punching this guy into position. I've not quite mastered it yet. Just knowing how many enemies I have to face here would be good. So that's 5. It's working. The time is actually becoming an issue though. Time becomes too much of an issue, we're gonna have to break out the kicks. 7, 8? Okay, it's never ending. At least we're gonna die in a different way this time. So that's exciting. It seems time-based death is a sudden heart attack that propels you across the room. Oh hey, that golden thing was a ticket. I've been admitted to game over. It's rather harsh. Fortunately, I have the start button on hand, which can easily reset the game. Do you think I'm going to leave it there? No, of course I'm not going to leave it there. Because, well, 1, you probably know me by now, and I'm not just going to give up. And 2, if you're not watching it on the day of release, you can see part 2 in the recommended videos on the side. Anyway, hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then. What's my stop recording button? It's been too long.